Hi, how are all of you, my dear students? I am Shangamitra once again here with the topic parts of speech. That is the very important topic of grammar, right? This is parts of speech. Today we will discuss on this. What is parts of speech? In short, I will not brief you in that sense. I will shorten it. I will shorten everything, but it will be easy to understand definitely. It will be that much easy so that you can understand it easily. Okay, so let's start. The topic is parts of speech. First we need to know why is it called parts of speech. What do you know? First tell me, what is speech? Speech means, look, I'm telling so much thing, right? In front of you, in front of this camera. So I'm telling so much things, that is called a speech, a lengthy speech. And there are so many parts of the speech. Like suppose if I am saying like I am a girl, my name is Shangamitra, I like my favorite subject is English. In that way I am telling so much, right? So when I am telling this is a speech, and look, there are so many parts like I am a girl, my name is Shangamitra. You all know that when we are going to make a sentence, we have to gather so many words, and they should be, this arrangement should be meaningful. Then only we can call it then only we can call it a sentence. Okay, and when we are making a sentence, each and every word definitely belongs to a parts of speech. Basically there are 8 parts of speech. First one is noun, second one is pronoun, then adjective, noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, conjunction, preposition, interjections. Okay, there are 8 parts of speech. Now come to noun. Noun means naming word. What is noun? Noun means naming word. Any kind of noun it can be. Noun means any kind of name it can be. Any kind of name it can be. That is called noun. Like suppose I have a mobile. If it's not there with me right now, otherwise I definitely will show you. Suppose I'm having a mobile and I'm showing this is the mobile. This thing is named mobile. This thing is called mobile. The name is given by us, by human being. That's why it's called mobile. Okay, definitely the word has a meaning, mobile, that is portable. Anyway, what is movable, that is called mobile. So mobile, this is definitely noun. Okay, and there are 5 parts of noun also, but keep it aside. First we need to know what is noun. Name of anything is called noun. Simply we can say noun means naming word. Noun means naming word. Now how many types of nouns are there? There are 5 types of noun. Common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, material noun, and collective noun. Proper noun, common noun, abstract noun, material noun, collective noun. Okay, proper noun. Proper, just this word keep in your mind, that is proper. Proper means something particularly, something properly, that is called proper. If I say, suppose I am teaching in the class and I am saying, boys please come here, girls please get out of the class. If I say boys come here, all the boys will be ready to come, right? All the boys will be ready to come. But suppose there is someone called Satej. I am telling Satej, you please come here. That means properly I am mentioning a particular boy whose name is Satej. So that Satej is proper noun, because properly I am mentioning Satej. This is also called special names. Satej, please come here. That is, Satej is proper noun. But when I am saying boys please come here, that means all boys. That is common noun. Boys, girls, common noun. But if I mention anyone particular, any particular girl, any particular boy, then that will be proper noun. Okay? Yes. Next is abstract noun. Do you know the meaning of the word abstract? Abstract means which is bit odd. But here abstract, that is absurd. Bit relate. Okay, you can relate those. But abstract means which we can feel, but we can't touch, yeah, we can't see. It's not visible. Like honesty. Honesty. He is an honest person. Is it possible? Is it possible to see his honesty? No, it's not possible, but we can feel that person is quite honest. So honest is the abstract noun. Honesty is the abstract noun. Braveness, happiness, all those are abstract noun, what we can feel but we can't see directly in that way. Okay. Next is material. Material is, you know what is material. This is cotton. This is a material. Wood, rice, sugar, all those are material. Okay. And last is collective. Collective means togetherness. Okay. Like a group of something, that is collective. Like army, students, they are group of something. Like we can say in that way ki a bunch of keys. A bunch of keys. So many, right? A bunch of keys, a herd of animals, cattle of, that means domestic animals. Okay. Bouquet of flowers, swarm of bees, pack of dogs, a pack of wolves. Okay. Pod of dolphins. So many collective nouns are there. This is endless. You have to practice and you have to revise again and again. Okay, next is pronoun. Pronoun means replacing word. What is replacing? What does the word mean? Replace, to remove. The actual work of pronoun is to remove the noun. Okay. The actual work of pronoun is to remove the noun from its own place. Suppose I am telling Ria is a good girl. Ria reads in grade 6. Ria has a sister. Look, I am using Ria again and again, and it doesn't sound good. So instead of using Ria again and again, we can use, in that way, we can use a pronoun like Ria is a good girl. She reads in grade 6. She has a sister. Look, instead of using Ria again and again, I am using she, right? So that she is pronoun. Because I am using this word to replace a noun, that is why it's called replacing word pronoun, like she, he, they, I, and all this. Okay, now come to adjective. Look, I already told you that I will not brief it. In short, I will try to make you understand. Okay. Next is adjective. Adjective is called describing word. Describe whom? To describe noun and pronoun. How to describe? There are so many types of adjective also, like demonstrative adjective, number, adjective of quantity, so many. So apart from this, we just need to understand now what is adjective. Adjective is basically describing word. What to describe? To describe a noun or a pronoun used in that particular sentence where we are using this adjective. Like, this is a giant tree. This is a giant tree. How is the tree? It's a giant tree. This is an enormous field. How is the field? It's enormous, very big. So when you are describing something, it can be number also. I have 2 pens. This is adjective of number. And when you are saying this girl is very beautiful, this is adjective of quality. Quality, it's not important that quality needs to be good also. It can be good quality, it can be bad quality also. Okay. Next, come to adverb. Adverb is also describing word, but adverb describe verb and adjective. Adjective describes noun and pronoun, while adverb describes verb and adjective. Like, if I say, he is good. He is good. Good is adjective. But if I say, he is very good. Good to hai. Good, but he is very good. You can see, very is qualifying the good. How much good? Very good. So very is adverb. And how to qualify verb? He runs fast. He runs fast. Runs how fast? He runs slowly. There is a trick I can share with you. The words ends with ly. Almost all, almost, not every, I am telling almost all are adverbs. You just have to understand, you have to read the sentence carefully, then you can easily identify if it's adjective or adverb. Okay, next is verb. This is most common. Verb is moving, action word, doing word. Whatever I am doing, that is a verb. Suppose I am doing nothing, I am sleeping, I am thinking, that is also verb. Action, your brain is moving. Now, if you are thinking, your brain is doing function, its own function. You are not, if you are sitting still you are sitting. You are sitting. This is also verb. Okay. Now come to interjection. What is a preposition? Sorry, first let me tell you preposition. This is very important and endless. This is endless. Prepositions are there. You have to practice a lot. Always you can't figure it out according to some rules. Lots of prepositions are there, and lots of practice is the only way to make it a cakewalk. Otherwise it's very difficult. So preposition, look, preposition. Preposition. Pre means before. Position means position of what? Position of noun or pronoun. Preposition, position of noun or pronoun. So what is the function of a preposition? Preposition always sits before the position of noun or pronoun. Like and what is the role? The role is to connect the relation between that noun and pronoun with the rest of the sentence. Like, I am sitting on the chair. I am sitting on the chair. Now just cut the on. I am sitting the chair. Is it a sentence? I am sitting the chair. Where? Where are you sitting? Under the chair, on the chair, beside the chair, behind the chair? Where? I am sitting on the chair. So look, this preposition on is relating this chair with the rest of the sentence. That is why it's called preposition. Pre means before, position. Position of what? Position of a noun or a pronoun. That is preposition. And there is so many rules of using preposition that I will share in next video definitely. Okay. And what is remaining? That is interjection. Suppose you are expressing something, you're expressing your feeling which is sudden feelings. Like suppose you are going somewhere to visit, you are just going somewhere like hanging out with your mother, your father. This is a beautiful place, but you are not aware wherever you are going, this is a beautiful place. After going, what will be your reaction? Wow, this is interjections. Wow, matlab you are just amazed. It's very beautiful. Okay, like alas, we have lost the match. Hooray, we have won the match. Shit, it shouldn't be done. This is informal. Sorry, I shouldn't use this shit because this is informal. Anyway, so in that way, when we express our sudden feelings, which is sudden feelings, that is called, then we use this interjection, and there is a sound, there is a sign. This is called exclamatory sign. We have to use after this word, like wow, exclamatory sign. This sign is like this. Okay. Yes. And next is conjunction. Conjunction is basically linking words. Okay. The function of a conjunction is to link two words, to sentences, like Ram and Shyam, Shita and Mita, you and me. Okay. In that way. So when we use, basically we use conjunction to link two sentences, two words, like Ram and Shyam are going to the school. Ram and Shyam are going to the school. That means दोनों मिलके देखो दो सेंटेंस है. Ram is going to school, Sam is going to school. But what we are doing, we are linking those two words using and. Ram and Shyam are going to the school. In that way, when we link two words to there are two words or two sentences, that linking words are called conjunction. Okay, so in that way there are so many conjunctions. For contrary, for opposite, we need to use but, like C is poor but honest. Okay, in that way. So all those 8 parts of speech are not that much difficult. So I hope this video will help you, and next definitely I will brief with some examples also. But for this day, that's enough. Bye bye, take care.